Martin. Judy Martin a bit impatient as Winona removes the leather skirt, and she's ready for action against Judy Martin. A pair of top contenders for the ladies' title belonging to the fabulous Moolah. Wristlock by Winona Littleheart on Judy Martin, who counters nicely into a hammerlock on Winona. Nice counter by Winona. Flying mare from Judy Martin. And Winona Littleheart backs off for a second to regroup. Winona dumps Judy Martin and comes up with a step-over toe hold on Martin. Winona Littleheart with a step-over toe hold on Judy Martin, who goes to the ropes, grabs the second rope. Winona yanks Judy Martin off the ropes. And then once more steps over with the toe hold on Judy Martin. Winona jerking the leg of Judy Martin around. Martin reaches for the hair of Winona Littleheart and throws Littleheart off balance. She comes up with her own step-over toe hold, but Chuck Riley does not allow Judy Martin to keep it because she was pulling hair. Judy Martin not too happy with the ruling of Chuck Riley, but the crowd liked it. The crowd is solidly aligned with Winona Littleheart, and that's no surprise. Judy Martin, a very tough and rough competitor. She's not worried about getting cheers, just victories. Hard blast from Judy Martin. Littleheart takes a long look at Judy Martin. Hammerlock by Littleheart on Judy. Littleheart twisting that arm up behind the back of Judy Martin. Martin heads for the ropes. Littleheart will have to release the grip and does so quickly. Littleheart and Martin, both very cautious right now. No advantage either way at this point. They've both had their moments. Finally they tie up, and Littleheart twists the arm of Judy Martin. The crowd urges on Winona Littleheart, but it's Martin who's able to come up with the arm twist arm bar combination. Look at the pressure she's putting into Winona Littleheart's wrist, bending that hand forward. And now into a hammerlock by Judy Martin on Winona Littleheart. Judy reaching in. What's she do? She taking a bite? She took a bite, I think, out of the finger of Winona Littleheart. And now while Martin and Riley argue, Martin on the blind side is strangling Winona Littleheart. There's Judy Martin again taking a bite into the fingers of Winona Littleheart. Chuck Riley trying to figure out what's going on. He's assuming that Martin was spreading the fingers and pulling one finger, which of course would be illegal. Any grip has to involve at least 4 fingers. Littleheart with a chop to the stomach of Judy Martin. And then Martin gouges the eyes of Winona Littleheart. Judy Martin opening up with some rough tactics against Winona Littleheart. A knee to the side of Winona's head. Martin lifts Littleheart and throws a punch into the throat of Winona Littleheart. Judy Martin proving to be a very tough, hard-nosed competitor. And Littleheart has been shaken by the attack from Judy Martin. Littleheart battles back with a blow to the midsection. Judy Martin's in the hair again, and a forearm smash levels Winona Littleheart. That was a legal blow, of course. It was the forearm. Martin bouncing the ears and the head of Winona. Judy Martin covers Winona Littleheart. At the count of 2, Martin is flipped off by Winona. Winona Littleheart. Her father was a professional wrestler. But down she goes again. Compliments of Judy Martin. Martin puts the throat of Littleheart over that top rope and then jerks the throat, the windpipe, into the top rope. And Judy Martin is making this very miserable for Winona Littleheart, but Littleheart, a scrappy competitor, refuses to quit, and a tomahawk chop flattens Judy Martin. That might buy Littleheart some time. She goes for the body press. Count of 1, and at 2, Littleheart's pushed away.
5 minutes of elapsed, 5 minutes left.
Halfway home in the curtain raiser today on Wrestling at the Chase, and it's been a rough match between Judy Martin and Winona Littleheart. Martin lifting Littleheart and strangling her in the blind side of the referee. Everybody's expecting a body slam, and instead Martin, who's very strong, is strangling Littleheart. Riley running around trying to see what is happening around the throat. Now he catches Martin strangling Littleheart. And then Littleheart is dropped throat first across the top rope. A rather impressive display of strength from Judy Martin. Littleheart really groggy now. She has taken a beating from Judy Martin. Martin with the elbow smash as Littleheart came flying off those ropes. Judy Martin goes for the pin. At 2, just before 2, Littleheart refuses to break. Winona fighting back once more. She just will not quit. What a scrapper, Winona Littleheart. Tomahawk chop to the throat, and that was right on the money. Judy Martin now gasping to get her win back, and Winona Littleheart goes into a war dance, dragging Judy Martin along. Another tomahawk chop. Littleheart tries for a pin, cannot get it. Winona Littleheart now, she's on the offensive and trying to polish off Judy Martin, a flying heel. Oh, the drop kick missed. The drop kick by Winona Littleheart missed as Judy Martin coolly stepped aside. Martin with a kick to the back of Winona Littleheart. Just when things started to go Winona's way, everything backfired because of that missed drop kick. Up and over. Hard spill by Winona Littleheart. Judy Martin with that backflip.
3 minutes left.
Chuck Riley taking a close look because it appeared as though Winona Littleheart could have been hurt in that spill. She's banged into the turnbuckles by Judy Martin. A kick to the stomach from Judy Martin. Another kick to the midsection from Martin. Littleheart hurled across the ring. Littleheart mounts the ropes. Oh, flying cross body block. Count of 1, 2, and 3. What a spectacular maneuver by Winona Littleheart. Tossed into the corner. She used her head, got up on that second rope, leaped off the second rope with a flying cross body block, and flattened Judy Martin for the pin. It was a hard-earned victory, but a big victory for Winona Littleheart. Let's hear from Mickey Garagio.